Imagine scaling your content and lead generation without hiring a single extra person. Sounds impossible? It's not. By leveraging tools like Notion, Airtable, and N8N, you can automate multi-channel content creation, qualify leads with AI, and analyze performance, all while keeping your team lean.
So what I wanted to show you guys was how this automation that I'm going to demonstrate for you is pushing these long form YouTube videos into my Google Drive on a day-to-day basis. And in terms of my workflow, all I have to do is pull up this video, drag it into CapCut, and then do a little bit of commentary, do a little bit of manual recording. And that's right now my content workflow, because I feel like YouTube, a lot of it is about volume. A lot of it is about, practice makes perfect. And so getting a lot of videos out there, especially when you're first starting out on YouTube, like I have a very small following, this workflow allows me to consistently push out content and consistently kind of communicate the different builds that I'm building. So
This isn't the future, it's happening right now. In today's fast-paced digital landscape, businesses are drowning in content demands and lead generation challenges. Traditional methods require more headcount, more time, and more resources. But what if you could automate it all? This is where AI-driven sales orchestration and content automation come in. By integrating tools you already use, like Notion for content planning, Airtable for data management, and N8N for workflow automation, you can create a seamless system that scales effortlessly. The best part? This isn't just theory, it's a proven strategy for entrepreneurs and automation enthusiasts alike.
So I wanted to share how we're generating content with AI in an automated fashion, right? Obviously, you could use like Claude, ChatGPT to help you script content and manually go through these things. What I found fascinating was that in previous entrepreneurs that I worked with, they didn't really see the connection between content and sales, and content as communication, and the importance of communication in sales, and how sales is communication, and all these things. And the ability to share your ideas, show how the process works to your customers. It's really the point of content. That's really the point of communication in general. And so it was kind of frustrating for me to work for somebody who couldn't see the link between how content actually increased your sales, and people didn't really understand the value of content. Content's like 100 times more important than you think it is, just in terms of pure communication, right? I think it's like, if you look at communication, like statistics from the National Science Foundation, I repeat these stats a lot, but the 80% of our thoughts are negative, 95% of it's repetitive. We understand about 10% of what people say to us. And so content is so important to be able to share your message. But so the system you're looking at here is the part where we are creating content, right? So we're taking knowledge that's been ingested from whether it's a sales call or a Google Meets transcript, and we're using AI agents. Our previous version was a content calendar. Now we have a fully autonomous loop that's automatically creating this content. So the exact kind of AI avatar video that's in this same YouTube video was generated with this system, and I'm just doing some auxiliary content, adding some things to it. But we're in this very important part of the loop, which is generating the content. And what happens is the content actually fuels the funnel. And we have videos about creating a funnel. I just got off a consulting call in my community on Discord, helping a gentleman create a funnel with Lovable, basically funnel hacking a winning funnel that's already working. But this funnel, the link in the description, this content sends traffic to your funnel, and then the funnel becomes a sales call, and then it becomes a loop. So you can see how this content engine, this sales loop, just builds on itself, right? So that's what we're going to be talking about in this. This system is completely automated, and it's part of the 5 or 6 steps of AI orchestration that would basically take you from content to sale, learning from your sales calls, making content, powering your sales agents, everything like that. So this is the basic structure. This is a very simple structure of an AI agent that has access to a knowledge base, and that's going to generate content from the knowledge base. And so the prompt engineering for this agent about selecting topics from the knowledge base, and then scripting out something, and decide on some content ideas and angles and themes, and then output content ideas. Very simple structure. This knowledge base on a different workflow is getting constantly ingested with more and more knowledge from sales calls, transcripts from your AI sales agents, and transcripts from Google Meets calls or Zoom calls. And so this is constantly, this can run on a schedule node where every day it's going to generate you a new video.
The key takeaway? Automation isn't about replacing humans. It's about amplifying their impact. By systemizing your content and lead generation, you free up time to focus on what really matters, building relationships and closing deals. This is the future of sales, and it's available to you right now. According to a McKinsey report, companies that automate lead generation and content workflows see a 30% increase in efficiency and a 20% boost in lead quality. Take the case of a SaaS startup that implemented this system. They reduced their content production time by 50% and increased qualified leads by 35% in just 3 months. Tools like Airtable and Notion are already trusted by over 500,000 businesses for workflow automation.
So I had an older version of the personal branding agent that would create content for you. It ran on a schedule trigger, but what it did was it pulled in from a Notion database, from an actual content calendar, and it used that content idea to generate the script. Whereas the new version pulls an idea right out of its database, right? The old version didn't have this connected. It didn't have a database connected. And it would just rely on the content calendar. With the new version, you don't need a Notion database at all, and you're relying on actual client transcriptions and profiling that AI agents are actually doing on the back end.
Here's how you can implement this system today. First, use Airtable to organize your content ideas and track lead data. Next, connect Airtable to Notion via N8N to automate content creation and distribution across social channels. Then, deploy an AI sales agent to qualify leads in real time, filtering out low-quality prospects. Finally, pipe all your analytics into Supabase or Airtable to measure performance and refine your strategy. For example, one entrepreneur used this setup to automate LinkedIn posts, email follow-ups, and lead scoring, cutting their manual workload by 70%. Ready to transform your workflow? Download our free Notion template and N8N workflow guide in the description below. Hit subscribe for more AI-driven sales strategies and let me know in the comments. What's the first automation you'll implement?